Hi, I'm Shayna. I'm a social worker here. What's your name?
Shelly.
Shelly, nice to meet you.
Hi.
So I understand that we are here today to discuss your family and some concerns you have with your daughters.
Yeah, I recently remarried and my daughters don't approve of him. It's really hurting me because I love him so much, but also value my daughter's opinions. And I just want them to like him.
Let's start by discussing the types of relationships you have with your daughters, and also tell me their ages.
Well, my oldest daughter, Rebecca, just turned 21, and she's more like me than my younger daughter.
Okay.
We've been spending more time together. My youngest daughter, Jamie's 13, and she's more on the conservative side. She doesn't really approve of my new husband, and she won't talk to me after my other daughter and I go out for the night.
Okay. And when you say go out, what type of activities do you usually do?
She just turned 21, so we just drink casually. We found a bar that we really like to visit, and she was actually with me when I met my husband.
Okay. And what is your husband's name?
Philip.
Philip, okay. And you mentioned earlier that both of your daughters disapprove of Philip. How does your oldest daughter, Rebecca, feel about him?
She's nice to him when he's around. One time, though, she mentioned that he came into her room after we came back from the bar, and I was passed out, and she says that he touched her inappropriately. But I don't really believe her because I know she's just doing this to try to get attention. She gets all the guys' attentions at the bar, and I can tell she really likes it.
Okay. How long ago did this incident take place?
About 6 months ago. We haven't really talked about it since then, and my youngest daughter knows about it too.
Okay. And since then, have you and your daughter still visited the bar with Philip?
Yeah,
along?
Philip and I go at least every weekend. Sometimes we go once during the week.
Okay.
Rebecca's been more distant, though, saying that she would rather stay home.
Okay. I see. Shelly, I think it would be in the best interest for you and your daughter to find out exactly what happened between your daughter and Philip. Have you asked Philip about this incident at all?
I mean, I suppose I could talk to her about it, but I have a really difficult time believing Philip would do such a thing. He's always so nice and caring towards them. The only reason they don't like him is because sometimes he drinks too much and we get into stupid arguments and we yell at one another.
Okay. And I mean, I know that you feel your daughter only did this for attention, but if by chance this incident did occur, she could be experiencing some trauma from this, and she may not know who to turn to. And you've talked about... You've talked to the girls about how they feel about Philip and you's relationship?
Some. I just know they don't approve of him by the way that they look at him, and like I said, he's nice until he starts drinking too much.
Okay. I think that it's important that you guys have a safe environment, especially for two girls, and sometimes bringing a man into the home can kind of shake things up a bit, so it's important to keep their interests in mind. Is anyone home with your youngest daughter, Jamie, when you go out with Philip and your oldest daughter?
No. I mean, sometimes she'll have friends over, but usually she just says she wants to be left alone, so I usually just leave her alone.
Okay. Let's go back to talking about the type of relationships you have with your daughters. Because your main focus here today is to learn how to develop a more positive relationship with them, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just wish Jamie would talk to me and try to have a little fun. Rebecca's just going through a phase, and I'm sure she'll want to go out again soon.
Right. Well, as I'm listening to your story, Shelly, I think the first step towards your goal of developing a better relationship with your daughters would be to engage in meaningful activities that include the both of them. So instead of just going out to the bar all of the time, maybe find something that Jamie can do as well. And sometimes going to the bar is just it's not always the most appropriate setting to spend quality time with your children and have meaningful conversations. I think that your daughters maybe feel that this aspect to your relationship is missing and that they really would like to have that family come together again, even though they might not always openly state it. I think it's important to remember that family gives us meaning in life because it gives us a place to feel belonged and feel loved, and I think that it's always important to have. Have you tried to maybe do things that include both of them together?
I've tried to do things with both of them, but Jamie never wants to do what Rebecca wants to do, and then we end up just getting into an argument about it.
Okay. Maybe going to see like a movie or going shopping or even taking a walk in the park is something that they might find enjoyable.
I've started asking Jamie to do those things recently, but she just kind of shuts me out.
Okay. It might be helpful just to begin by talking to her about what's going on in her life, like maybe there's issues at school or with her friends, just different things like that. And it's important to remember that sometimes relationships can take time to heal,